As I grew up, I received conviction saying that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made and I'm a limited edition in Christ. Nobody else replaced me in this world.
Just sometimes it's hard for me to see from his point of view that I am wonderful as his children. There are instances where I thought God made me just average, not amazing in any ways, and not the smartest, not the most talented, and I'm physically not the strongest. And as a whole, I'm just far from being wonderful.
My mom is a teacher, but for me myself, I didn't really do well in my studies. I was a very timid and quiet student. Everyone thought that I will do very well, but mine is just average or sometimes or even below average. So that's why like the comparison things came out.
In the school, right? Sometimes you get compared with other people, like how come your friend is like very good in maths, but how come I feel like I'm always taking summer classes just to pass? I feel like is God punishing me?
Being a first-time mother, I struggled to manage a strong-willed child. I yelled at him and I felt horrible after that. Self-guilt crept in and I started to blame myself a lot for not being good enough. At this point, God reminded me that if I despise myself, I'm doubting His creation, and as He's my creator.
I think a wonderful life to me is a life where I can one day look in the mirror and be comfortable with who I'm looking at.
And I often ask myself, what is life for? To earn a decent income and to engage in a relationship and have kids, and what's more than that?
Life is meant to be beautiful and full of joy and also sorrow, I guess.
There's no happy ever after in reality.
Life is a journey of ups and downs. The road is not always like a highway. It's not always straight.
I ever asked a question, what happened if one day suddenly if God really take away my brother? Will I still, worship him faithfully? And questions like this make me think.
My father was detected COVID positive, category 4, and admitted to the hospital. And during my home quarantine, I developed allergic reactions, severe spread to the whole body, and I thought I would just die from home. Of course, myself also detected COVID positive that time. If my eyes focus on limitations around, I was not able to witness how God even saved me and my father and then show His goodness to our life. Because at many times, they don't seem to be wonderful in our own human eyes. But God, He wants us to turn to Him. Indeed, He helps me to see through His eyes about His plan for me, that the life supposed to be and can be wonderful with Him.
Life is being made wonderfully by God because each of us are created with a purpose and also with His own image. There is always a purpose that of things that happen.
It's a matter of whether I still, at that moment, in time of hardship, that I am able to recall and remember of His goodness. I fear forgetting and just, throwing all that He has done for me. Bad things happen to people and just forget, and they forget all the good things that has happened before. And I'm afraid to become like that.
My dad is a stroke survivor, officially 3 times. And also he has heart attack, but I believe God is always doing something behind him. And then I really thankful that He did not take my dad away. I always feel thankful with His blessings upon my family, upon my upbringing, upon of what I have.
It's a very humbling journey to learn that God actually put me in existence not to overpower His almighty, and He wanted me to plant seed and to water it, but the rest God will take care of it. And I pray that God continues to help me see from His perspective that I am able to actually be rich in His heart and in His eyes, and I don't have to feel like even if I were to die poor, I'm rich in His kingdom.
Initially, I don't like Malaysia because a lot of people keep on telling me that Malaysia is a bit scary, so why are you going to Malaysia? By God's grace, this is like my third time to come back to Malaysia. So I believe that God has a plan for me and has a purpose for me to be here in Malaysia.
As I walk along with God and also slowly discover more about different sides of God, He is joyful as we enjoy lives meaningfully.